Hello everyone, my name is Nikhil sir of Support Classes, Hatpuri Hurvi Road, Sholapur. Today we are going to start the new chapter, that is second one in Geography of class 9 NCERT, that is Physical Features of India. Please student, put your textbook in front of you while watching this video and be ready with your pen, pencil and notebook for taking notes while teaching the lesson. You have already learned earlier that India is a vast country with varied landforms. You know that very well. In India, we can see different landforms in every state. You know that in India, 28 states are there and 8 territories are there. In every state, landform is different from one state to another state. Now one question arises, what kind of terrain do you live in? Now we can see in Maharashtra, different kind of terrain is there. Now meaning of terrain means a place of ground having specific characteristics. We see in Maharashtra different types of landform is there. Sometimes we see plain region is there. Their characteristic is have a different. Then we can see forest area in some part. In some part we can see mountain area, and in some part we can see coastal area. These terrain we see in Maharashtra. If you live in the plains, you are familiar with the vast stretches of plain land. Now here, what is their stretches? Means occupy a large elongated area. For example, the part stretched beneath the train line. Sometimes we can see plain region, means plain land we can see. In contrast, if you live in hilly region, the rugged terrain with the mountains and valleys are common features. If you are living in hilly region, we can see a rugged terrain with the mountains and valleys in that particular area, and that have some common features. We can see different kind of varieties of tree. We can see rivers. We can see different types of flowers in that area. In fact, our country has particularly all major physical features of the earth. For example, mountains, plains, desert, plateaus and islands. See here, I will show you some photos of mountains, plain, desert, plateau and islands. See here, you can see here some mountain pictures are there. See here. Now we will see the next. See here, we can see the desert area in the country. You can see also from the any side. Then we will see next is a plateau area. See here. Now here we can see some islands in the India. I think you have understood. You must be wondering how these physical features have been formed. Now you are very curious about how these physical features have formed. We will learn more about major physical features of India and how they have been formed. In this chapter we will learn how physical features of India and how they are been formed. Now we will move towards the next paragraph. We find different types of rocks. We can find different types of rocks. See here some rocks are there, types of rocks. There are three types of rocks are here. First one is igneous rocks, second one is sedimentary rock, and third one is metamorphic rock. See here the images also shown here. For more that you can visit different sites on the Google. Some are very hard like marble, which has been used for making the Taj Mahal, and some are very soft like soapstone, which is used in making talcum powder. Some rocks are very hard in their properties and some rocks are very soft like as talcum powder. The color of soil varies from one place to the other, and also we see different types of soil in India. Sometimes we will see red soil in Mahabaleshwara and in Konkan region. Sometimes we see black soil region. Sometimes we can see brown soil region. Means different types of soil we can see. The color of soil varies from one place to the other because soil is formed out of different types of rocks. Have you ever thought about the causes of these variations? Have you thought the causes of these variations? Most of these variations are caused due to differences in rock formation, and this is happening because of differences in the formation of rock. I will show you one video is regarding the formation of rock. Please student, you can see this video also in YouTube.
This video we're going to look at how rocks are formed and the three different types of rocks that are formed in the different ways. These types of rocks are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. So firstly, a little background information on rocks. The Earth is about 4.5 billion years old, okay, so that's pretty old. However, most of the rocks found on Earth are only about 100 million years old. And this 100 million years sounds like a long time, but when you're talking 4.5 billion years, you can see that it's only a fraction. So therefore, there must be some process which is making and breaking rocks down and making new ones. The first way that rocks can be made is through the cooling of molten rock. And we call these igneous rocks, and igneous comes from the Greek word from fire. So we have this molten rock inside the earth in the mantle, and as this gets up to the top of the earth in the crust, it can cool down and form rocks. And this can happen either on top of the earth, where lava on the surface cools down into extrusive rocks, or it can happen just below the surface of the earth, where the magma inside the earth cools down to form intrusive rocks. Now these rocks have different properties based on how they formed. Some of the properties of igneous rocks is that they're strong and hard, and more importantly, they have interlocking crystals. The reason they have interlocking crystals is because when that molten rock cooled and the crystals grew, these crystals formed. So because it all formed at the same time, these crystals interlock with each other. Some examples of igneous rocks include pumice, basalt, obsidian, and granite. And the thing that matters here is the minerals that are in that molten rock when it cools, as well as how quickly that molten rock cools. Sedimentary rocks, on the other hand, are formed when small particles of rocks or sediment settle over time, and we call this deposition, and the particles become cemented together. So basically, they're sitting there in layers, and over many, many, many years, those rocks start to stick together, and we call this cementation. For this reason, sedimentary rocks are found in layers. So they'll have a layer that's come from one place through erosion, and then maybe the waterways change, and you get erosion bringing the sediments from another place into the same lake. They're soft, so they can generally break apart in your hand, and they don't have interlocking crystals. The reason for this is the crystals were not formed within the rock. They were formed in the previous rocks that were then weathered, and those sediments formed this sedimentary rock. So those crystals were formed a long time ago before the rock. Some examples of sedimentary rocks include mudstone, shale, siltstone, and sandstone. The difference here between the different types of rocks is the sediments that make up those rocks, both the size of the sediments and the minerals found in those sediments. So sandstone has reasonably large sediments that are cemented together, while siltstone has very fine grains of sediment cemented together. The third type of rock is called a metamorphic rock. And this again comes from a Greek word, meta being change and morph being form. So over time, inside the earth, the immense heat and pressure causes those rocks in the earth to change forms. So it might come from an igneous rock or it might come from a sedimentary rock, but we end up with metamorphic rocks, which have different properties from the rocks that they're formed from. Some examples of metamorphic rocks include marble, which is made when limestone undergoes immense heat and pressure over a period of time, and gneiss, which is made when diorite undergoes immense heat and pressure over the time. So you can see these rocks are made from other rocks. The common thing here is heat and pressure, and the difference between the type of rock will be the different rock, sedimentary or igneous, that the rock is made of. So in this video, we have looked at igneous rocks coming from fire when magma or lava from volcanoes cools to form rocks. We've looked at sedimentary rocks, which are formed when small particles called sediments are cemented together to form rocks. And we've looked at how these two, igneous and sedimentary rocks, can undergo immense heat and pressure to change form into a third type of rock called a metamorphic rock. Peace out, guys.
I hope student you have understood better about the formation of different types of rocks. India is a large landmass formed during different geological periods which has influenced her relief. India is a large landmass formed during different geological periods which has influenced her relief. Means landmass formed during different geological periods, means some variation happen on the earth and because of that influence in her relief. Besides geological formation, a number of processes such as weathering, erosion and deposition have created and modified the relief to its present form. And these different various processes are weathering, then erosion and depositions. These processes have created and modified the relief to its present form. Weathering, erosion and depositions has impact on that formation of a different kind of present form we can see on the earth. Earth scientists have attempted to explain the formation of physical features with the help of some theories based on certain evidences. Such plausible theory is the theory of plate tectonics. Theory of plate tectonics. Scientists have attempted some explain the formation of physical features on the earth with the help of certain evidence, and those theories, theory of plate tectonics. According to this theory, the crust, means upper part of the earth, has been formed out of 7 major and some minor plates. See here, please student, be noted that the crust, means upper part of the earth, has been formed out of 7 majors and some minor plates. See in figure, means backside figure is there, 2.2. Now we will move towards in next part. The movement of the plates results in the building up of stresses within the plates and the continental rocks above, leading of folding, faulting and volcanic activity. Movement of the plates on the earth result in the building of stresses within the plates and the continental rocks above leading to folding, then faulting and volcanic activity. Broadly, these plate movements are classified into three types. See here, those three types as shown in figure 2.1. See here in this. While some plates come down, come towards each other and form convergent boundary. See here, when plates comes together with each other and form convergent boundary here. Some plates move away from each other and form divergent boundary. See here, in second it has shown. See here, divergent boundary is there, means two plates are moving from each other. Now we will move towards our paragraph. In the event of two plates coming together, they may either collide and crumble, or one may slide under the other. At times, they may also move horizontally past. See here, that figure has shown here, that is transform boundary. In transform bond, two plates moving together, they may either collide and crumble. See here, crumble means one may slide under the other. It's we call a transform boundary. Now we will move towards on next page. On this page, figure 2.2 is there, where plate margin is there. See here, and in index they have shown this sign is a destructive plate boundary is there. See here, destructive plate boundary we can see in between two continents. Now this sign is a constructive plate boundary is there. See here, constructive plate boundary we can see here. See here, some line has shown. See here, then dash dash, this sign uncertain plate boundary is there. We can see this sign here. Then here you can check this. Then this sign direction of plate movement. See here, the arrow has shown. Now we will move towards on paragraph. Each other and form transform boundary we have seen on previous page. The movement of these plates have changed the position and size of the continents over millions of years, and this has happened. The movement of the plates have changed the position and size of the continents over millions of years. Such movement have also influenced the evolution of the present landform features of India, and such type of movements have also influenced the evolution of the present landform features of India. Nowadays we can see present landforms features in India. Next part we will see in next video. I hope you understood it better. If any queries there, please do not ask your queries, we will clarify it. Please share this video to your friends, neighbor and relatives, and please show your thumb sign. Thank you.